Am I aggressive? Just asking.
Yep.
Megan Bretherick Valley.
He's claiming that his dog is lost and that the GPS tracking collar showed him at our house.
Okay.
We live in a huge subdivision.
Right.
Are you guys familiar with kennel law?
People often think cops have a lot of power because they wear uniforms and badges, but what happens when they go completely overboard with their bad behavior? Here's some of the most interesting cases where cops realize they made the mistake of a lifetime. A guy at a bar walks up to a woman, later introduced as Cassie, and without asking, grabs her bottom. Cassie doesn't let it slide and immediately calls him out, asking why he thought that was okay. Instead of apologizing, the guy just says, "I'll do what I want." Not long after, the cops show up. By then, there's a crowd gathered outside the bar. Everyone is eager to share their side of the story with the cops.
What's going on, Heath?
This guy had a weapon on him.
Right
Okay. So I know I got it right now.
Okay.
I have a sign on the front door.
I'm the one that you pointed your gun at me.
Get him. I don't know. I guess Billingsley. Hey, y'all both stop right now. Both of y'all stop.
Let's hang out just a minute,
All right.
okay?
Okay.
You carrying, sir?
Nope.
No.
I'm gonna check your
Our
weapons.
Cliff has his gun.
Don't check me.
What happened? I'm not worried about you. I just need to talk to him. You can't just be walking off while we're trying to deal with it.
When I walked out of the thing, I come out of the bathroom. They start arguing. There's like two or three like trying to jump on him.
Okay.
So I'm like, come on, dude, let's go. So I push him out of the bar.
You can't.
You probably noticed that the guy in the black shirt, who everyone said was the main suspect, tried to take off with his friend, but the cops stopped him. Things got even more intense when Cassie and her friend jumped into the conversation. Not only did they explain everything that happened in detail, but they also dropped some pretty shocking info.
Be carrying with while you have alcohol in your system.
Time out. So I have no idea what's going on. So
She said he grabbed her on the ass.
no, I've never touched
been in.
anybody.
Okay.
I
Do
just
you have your ID on you?
yeah, absolutely.
He said 30-year retired.
Yeah, like I just
Army
we
first
came
sergeant.
down there.
Talk to him for a second. What did you see, sir?
I didn't see anything. I just know that he grabbed the girl's ass.
He did grab it. Okay.
She was like, they confronted her and he pulled her gun out.
Is this her? You didn't see anything else, though? What happened?
Okay, so he walked up behind her, grabbed her. Okay, so that's how it started. He grabbed my butt, and I confronted him, and I said, "Why'd you grab my butt?" And then
I bet none of you expected the guy acting so desperate around two women to actually be a cop, right? I'm sure the other cops were just as surprised as you. But believe me, the surprises were just getting started.
And then
No, you won't.
and I walked up,
And then he
and
said,
she
"Yes, I
said,
will," and he
showed his badge.
pulled his badge out. He said, "Yes,
Is a badge?
He showed his
He
badge,
said he had a badge,
and he
pulled his
said,
badge.
"I'll do what I want." And I'm standing there. I'm literally with her, standing there because they were like, "It's none of your business. Don't worry about it." And he said, "I'll do whatever the."
Now he's getting.
He said, "I'll." He said, "I'll do whatever the I want."
And then he pulled a gun.
But a lot happened in between that time. And I said something, and he shoved me.
Like that?
You don't have to shove.
No, I'm just showing him. He said like that, and I said yes. Shoved me, and I fell back. Somebody was behind me. Heath walked up and said, "Stop it," shoved her.
Honestly, for someone who's supposed to care about the safety of others as a cop, Lynn Scott Cullum was way too aggressive. He didn't just fail as a cop, but also as a man. I mean, who treats women like that, shoving them around? It's obvious no one's on the same page right now, but soon enough, you'll see who's in the right and who's in the wrong.
And then when you're like, "What the are you doing?" You can't, I said, just because you have a badge, you can't act like that. You can't do that. And then nobody else was around. We were in the front part where like the chairs and nobody's standing. And Carrie pushed him and said, you can't act like that just because you have this." And he said,
So he pointed it straight
He
at you.
pointed it straight at us.
He pulled out.
It's the two of us were the only ones in that area.
Cassie was too. He pushed Cassie.
He pushed Cassie as well.
Tapes. She's pulling the videos.
He pushed Cassie first probably, because Cassie walked up.
Wind column.
He pushed her, he pushed me, and then he pushed Carrie.
Can I get? Oh, can I?
Yes! He showed his badge to me and Carrie and said, I do what the f I want. He showed his badge. Also said, I do
What started as a simple grab has now turned into a full-on power trip, with a badge being flashed around and even a gun involved. Can you believe it? Instead of just apologizing and trying to fix things for himself, Lynn flat out denied everything Cassie and her friend accused him of. Trust me, they had a lot to say.
I do whatever the f I want.
Y'all have y'all's licenses on you.
Sure do.
Would y'all be willing to fill out some?
Absolutely, if that takes that person off the street.
Text to him grabbing her ass too.
He said what? He said, I heard him say, I don't know what they're talking about. As out here in the street, Carly.
Out here in the street.
I have to know where it is, but yes, I
Where were y'all standing at?
In the bar.
In the bar?
Give me an idea of area.
Well, first of all,
Are you in the bar?
Did you find it?
I own the place. We're trying to find the footage. I gotta have an idea
so
where it's
it
at.
first started.
You have the video.
It first started. We were standing at the watching the live show.
Would you be willing to fill out a witness statement as well? Can I have your driver's license?
You can probably see me going to the bar, terrified.
This is you, California.
You can hear the hurt and embarrassment in the voices of these girls after what Lynn did. I mean, who wouldn't feel the same if they were in their shoes? Just imagine going to the bar to unwind with friends only to have someone disrespect you by groping you without consent and even pulling a gun on you.
That's me.
Also, if you about 10 minutes earlier was the ass grab.
Yeah, so that's where it started.
That's the whole reason.
Is we're watching the band, the live band, and that's where it started.
He grabbed my butt, and then I went to confront him, and I said, "Why'd you grab my butt?"
For a hot second.
Still can.
And Cassie.
Got him for PI ways action. He grabbed me. I about
She
threw
was
him on the
pushed by him.
ground.
She's the first one pushed.
I don't care if he's a cop or not. I don't think he is anymore.
He has a badge, obviously,
I don't care if he got a
which
badge
he's
on.
like trying to flash.
Everybody was
But
like,
you, my shit. I don't care where you from.
3620 DQL California, DQL Colorado times 2.
He really did. He said, "This is what I have."
He did it right here first,
Going out.
and we were standing at the bar.
What surprised me the most is how the cops reacted when Cassie mentioned Lynn was also a cop. One of the cops made it clear he didn't care who Lynn was, saying he did something wrong. And that's what sets good cops apart from bad ones. Wouldn't you agree? After hearing everyone out, it was finally time for them to talk to Lynn.
Okay, so the
There's
bar.
nothing allowed, no weapons allowed in here.
Well, he had one.
So, and everybody knows he has one. He will not be a
So
surprise.
So we're standing and diving behind corners.
So the bar, the first one.
Yeah.
she shot. I shot.
3620, 1012.
And about probably 10 minutes before that.
Do you want me to ask the bouncer too?
Okay, that's the number right there.
Colorado DQL 1713076.
So you know that you're at a bar where you can't have any weapons, right?
No,
Yeah. Right when you walk in, there's a sign that says no weapons allowed.
no, they never said that.
Before we get back to the video and hear what Lynn had to say to the cops, I just want to ask you, did you notice how arrogant he is just because he's got a badge and thinks his fellow cops will cover for him? You can see it all over his face. He has no clue what he did wrong, and that's the biggest problem.
And
They don't have to. There's a sign.
Well, I identified myself as a police
So
officer.
it doesn't matter.
Okay,
You're
well,
a cop
I'm
or
telling
not.
you that I identify myself as a police officer. I said,
Doesn't
hey,
bother me.
is it okay? He's like, yeah, you're good.
I doubt that.
Okay, whatever.
Okay.
You go f yourself. How about that?
You got about one
No,
more
it's not
time.
cool. But here's the
So,
deal. It's like
no,
you're
here's the deal.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
You're you're accusing me. I minded my business. I didn't bother anybody. I came here because I thought this was a respectful community.
It is until people
I
get
got
drunk
it.
like you.
I got it. I got
And
it.
now we're here. That's why.
I got it.
Okay.
You're not gonna like challenge me. I got it.
I'm not. At
I
all.
know. I understand. I'm not bitching at you.
You better get your hand out of my face first.
What are you gonna do? What?
Get your hand out of my face. Don't do it again.
So you got it on camera?
Yeah, I do.
All right. So I'm aggressive.
You didn't believe me? Now you've seen for yourself how arrogant Lynn was. He even turned it around, blaming the cops for accusing him without reason. Then he threatened and provoked them, trying to stir things up, and even mentioned that he was a cop for the 5th time, like that would get him off the hook. But what Lynn didn't realize was that the cops were done listening to his excuses.
Am I aggressive? Just asking.
Yep, let's do it.
Go ahead, put your hands on. Will you answer that radio for me?
Do what you have to do.
3659, go ahead.
When I walked up, he said, "This is none of your."
Airline Proto, valid.
You're going to sit on this bench.
Carly Cowan,
I got you.
valid.
Hey, are you arrested?
Megan Bretherick,
Put him in the car.
valid.
Why are you sitting him in a... Get him in a car, get him out of here.
What do you want to do?
This way.
3659, Temple.
Will you transport them? You ain't got nothing on you?
I'm gonna check.
Check. No, check. Check.
Going to right here.
Check.
It was about time Lynn ended up in handcuffs, and as expected, he still didn't get why it happened. Like harassing women and misusing his weapon weren't enough reasons. But if you thought problems with Lynn would go away once he was arrested, you were wrong.
Check.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm just trying to find out what's going on.
He's going to jail.
No idea, Dwayne.
For what?
Yep.
It's going to be probably minutes.
Right now it's disorderly conduct.
Yep, I got you.
MPI.
What do you do?
You're screaming, you can't be cussing in public. You got a whole bar out here and you're cussing and intoxicated and everything else.
Can I take him with me?
Nope.
Just for you.
He done it for himself.
Please.
No. So be quiet and chill out. I don't want to listen.
Bag.
I try to tell him, man. You know,
Him. Right
You
back.
can't tell a
I've
drunk
been
man
doing
that.
this 25 years.
Well, you know how it is. You can't tell a drunk man
He's a
that.
30-year veteran of the Army, man.
Put your arms
That hurt
up
my
just a little.
feelings. You give me no reason to be acting like this.
I tried to tell him.
Act
Scott.
like what?
Scott.
Let's go ahead and have a seat.
Just curious.
Let's go ahead and have a
Be
seat.
quiet.
We'll do the
Watch
civil
it.
thing.
If you've ever wondered how some cops get to this level of behavior, Lynn's friend is a perfect example. While the cops were putting Lynn in the car, his friend kept trying to defend what Lynn did, even though there was no excuse for it. In a way, it made him just as bad as Lynn, even though he wasn't directly involved in the incident.
Watch your head now. It's a tight car.
Be quiet.
It's a tight fit.
Are all three of these his?
Is this? All 4 of them are his. Yeah.
I can hang on to it. I should know. I didn't know.
I'll go. Is your Explorer unlocked?
Here's the other round.
Yeah, I go unlock it. I'm going to the
What's going on? Yeah. Nothing much, right?
How you?
Right there. See a cop for real?
The one in what's that though?
What's up with you, man?
Same old man. What's up with you?
Working.
Good.
Doing good with myself, man.
That's good, man. I'm proud of you. Proud of you. Working's crazy. Nobody wants to work. Can't get nobody to work.
Not only was Lynn drunk and acting out in public, but he's also retired. Not even an active cop, which means his badge is worthless now, basically making him a fake cop. Just when the cops were about to head to the station, 2 new witnesses showed up.
Guess what, though? You see a cop for real?
Which one? The one in the orange is.
Yeah.
The other one's not. The other one's
So he
retired
imitation.
Retired Army.
So he imitation, like he pulled out a badge for no reason. That man about shot me, bro.
The one in there?
Crazy. That man about.
The one in the.
That man about shot me, man.
Which one? The one that's arrested?
That's going in the car.
Well, you can sign a report if you want to.
Really?
Yeah.
Crazy. I'm gonna talk to you.
Hey, are you doing any menacing?
I think Wells is going to.
Okay, this gentleman right here was one of the ones he pulled the gun on, so.
Okay, Wells is getting all the witness statements.
Okay. My man.
Where I need to talk.
Where'd he go? He's at the back of the vehicle.
He's gonna get a witness statement you can fill out.
A witness statement?
Yeah.
This guy was one of the people Lynn pointed his gun at the bar. Sure, he was drunk too, but that's understandable since he was there to have a good time. Still, what he had to say might be important for the cops to piece together what had really happened that night, especially since Lynn was denying everything.
Saying what you saw.
I got you.
What's up, man? Yeah, man, you?
We got to talk.
What we need to talk about, man?
Me and you, though.
Why?
Man. Come on, talk to me.
Why? What's up?
Talk to me, man.
Yeah, let's talk.
I like you, man.
Who?
For real, for real. I know your wife and you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Officer Lambert, he was my football coach.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, man, like, dealing with the girl Ashley. You don't remember you came and got me probably about 2 years ago. And that girl stole $7,000 from me, man. She stole $7,000 from me. She came and got me from the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
It's over with now. I can talk about it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's over with now. She came.
Imagine what it must have been like for the cops at that moment. After a long, exhausting evening where they had to arrest a former colleague, they now had to listen to some drunk guy from the bar who wasn't making any sense. But since he was a witness, I guess it was worth the cops to hear him out for a bit.
She stole $7,000 from me. She came and picked me. Hold on, okay. Let me holler at my man, bro.
All right.
I need to holler at him, bro. For real. For real. Like I like Kate, man. Like his mama, the woman that raised him, far as here, bro, raised me, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody know me, man. Like, bro, I'm a good dude, bro.
Mm-hmm.
All I do is want the best for myself.
Right.
I got a kid on the way.
Congratulations.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is, Miss Mac, I went to prison behind that I ain't even doing. That just saying, guess what though? Across the road, man, I got into it with the mother for grabbing her ass.
It seemed like things were finally wrapping up, or at least that's what the cops thought. As they were trying to get ready to take Lynn to the station, his friend came over yet again to ask why Lynn was being arrested. Honestly, the smartest thing he could have done was leave and be grateful he wasn't in handcuffs himself.
Been any menacing?
I think Wells is going to.
This gentleman right here is one of the ones he pulled the gun on, so.
Okay, Wells is getting all the witness statements for him.
My man. Where'd he go?
He's at the back of his vehicle.
He's gonna get a witness statement you can fill out.
Witness statement?
Yeah. Same one, so. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, you? I'm good. What's up, good?
We got to talk.
What we need to talk about, man? Why?
Yeah.
How you doing, man? Is there any way I can just secure his weapon and take it home?
No, because he's being charged with menacing, so the weapon he's being charged with menacing, so it's going to be taken. I mean, you're in a bar that says no weapons allowed, no matter if you're a cop or not.
The cops tried to explain to Lynn's friend that Lynn would have been arrested even if he hadn't touched Cassie, simply because he was carrying a weapon in a bar where guns were prohibited. But his friend kept trying to come up with excuses and ended up making things worse. Let's hear what he said to the cops.
And when you're drinking, you're not allowed to have a firearm on you anyways. So
I was just wondering, man.
Yeah.
We just come over here, have a good time, and hang
now,
out.
do you live here?
No, I live in Georgia.
Georgia? Okay. Are y'all here visiting with somebody or anything?
Yeah. We're over here visiting Randall Perkins with Cajun's Restaurant.
Okay. Yeah, I know Randall.
Well, we just come over here.
Yeah.
When I come out of the bathroom, all I see is like 4 guys surrounding him. I'm not trying to defend him. He's my buddy, but I wasn't trying to defend him. All I seen was like 4 guys surrounding him. I don't know what happened while I was in the bathroom. I couldn't tell you.
Well, they're going to pull the video, so they're going to see what's happening.
So, I'm just trying to.
But I think he's going to have to sit a minimum.
Honestly, I was surprised at how calm the cops stayed, especially since we had a fun evening and he's a cop are not valid excuses. Everyone has to follow a certain code of conduct, whether they're a cop or not. It made things worse for Lynn that he was a cop and still acted this way. Don't you agree?
Like 8 or Well, how many hours is it over here? How many hours is it you got to sit when you're intoxicated?
I think 6.
6?
I think 6.
Well, so he'll sit for 6. If he's not sober then, he'll sit until he's sober.
He's fine. He ain't had that much to drink.
Oh, yeah, he has. Yeah, he has.
Well, I mean, it ain't like drunk, but,
no.
You know, he was up here with Randall and his girlfriend, Sheila, so, you know.
Yeah, so his firearm will be taken. He'll have to, is it his or the police department?
I have no clue if it's his personal or I don't know.
Okay.
Told you it's gonna get in. Told you.
So, but it'll be taken, then we'll have to show proof of ownership.
I'm just trying to keep his ass out.
Lynn's friend kept telling the cops that Lynn had a 30-year career, as if that should make a difference here. But then he started talking about how Lynn's reputation was being ruined, and honestly, that's not the cops' fault at all. Lynn should have thought about that before he started acting like a tyrant. Anyway, let's get back to the video.
You know, he's defended the country for 30 years. I'm just trying to keep his ass out of some shit, you know, because somebody said they grabbed his ass. I don't know. I don't know what he did or what they did. I was in the bathroom, like I said. I went to the bathroom, come out. They were arguing, and I pushed his ass outside.
Yeah.
You know, which is the quickest and most easiest thing to do is get somebody outside and be done with it. You know. So I appreciate it, guys. You know.
Talk to you. I'm gonna talk to you. He had a baby now. I know.
He got took care of.
So whenever I get one of these females gets done, I'll get you to fill out one of these forms, okay? That's all I'm waiting on.
I got you. I got you, man. Listen, bro. When I come up in there, I'm like, bro, chill out.
So much time passed with people taking turns talking to the cops. Just because they had time to spare doesn't mean they knew what they were talking about. On top of that, Lynn's friend claimed he wasn't even there when the incident happened. Funny, for someone who wasn't there, he sure seemed to have a pretty clear idea of what went down.
I'll pull it out on you. He in the car. He in the car now. They took him to jail.
Yeah, no, but where was it at in the bar?
Shit, right when you walk in the door. Shit, like when I come through the door, I'm like, hey, bro, like what you want, bro? He like, I'm the cop. Get back, man. I'm gonna shoot you.
I can't do it, man.
He pulled his gun, walked out of the room. All of them, just right there at the door. They got it on camera.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey, grab that clipboard in between the seats and bring it over here to me.
And the city prosecutors here saw it, and then Cliff Billingsley's the one that took it away from him.
You finna see me. You finna see me, man. Because he pulled one out on me, though. Like,
Really?
why I'm laughing? Because if I had my gun, I would have killed him. That would have been a free kill. That's why I'm laughing, because you don't know Alabama law. See, Alabama law is... I'm finna be quiet, man. I'm gonna teach you something.
That girl was up there, she was like,
I'm gonna teach you something.
I was like, bro, my bad, was I interrupting? Come on there.
If you would've had your gun,
Lynn was arrested and charged with disorderly conduct, but you'll probably agree that's a pretty mild punishment. He also should have been charged with brandishing, menacing, aggravated assault, and impersonating an officer. If you still don't get how serious this situation is, just think about how Lynn must have treated people while he was on duty, if he's acting like this now. The worst part is, he doesn't even realize he's made a mistake of a lifetime. Speaking of cops who realize they made the mistake of a lifetime, let's meet Neil Schwartz, a U.S. Border Patrol agent in New Mexico. His neighbor's chocolate Labrador went missing, and it had a GPS collar that tracked its location. Interestingly, the GPS showed that the dog had been where Neil had been. When the neighbors noticed this, they called the cops and told them about the GPS tracking. Let's find out what Neil had to say about the whole situation.
But he's convinced that we do. We filed a report with a swing shift RPD officer on Thursday.
Okay. I think it's them over there.
It was you, wasn't it, that we made the report?
Which?
On Thursday?
No.
Well, there's another guy that similar build and size and look on Thursday's swing shift we made a report to. So I would appreciate it if you would talk to my wife, get her side of the story. He came in asking if he could talk to me about his dog. I was working on a gun, so I came out, saw that it was him, and my wife immediately, she's freaking out. She goes, "It's him, you need to get him out of here now. He's already been aggressive."
Yeah.
So I sent her behind the counter, and I told him that he was trespassing and needed to leave. He wouldn't leave.
Okay.
I told him he was trespassing again. He said, "Oh no, you know what, it's fine, we'll leave."
Right from the start, it was obvious Neil was trying to dodge the blame. First off, he told the cops he didn't even know his neighbor, which already sounds pretty fishy. Then he tried to spin it by calling his neighbor crazy, claiming the guy aggressively showed up at his place. You can see for yourself how that played out.
And he just stood at the door getting all aggressive and crazy. But I'm not at home, I'm at a business, I have to be professional.
Okay.
So it's not like I can just tackle him, do anything stupid, say anything stupid, shoot him, because I'm here and this is a business. I have to be professional. He thinks that I stole his dog and I somehow kidnapped his dog. And we don't even know who this guy is, dude. He just showed up a few days ago.
Okay. And
he apparently lives in our neighborhood because he says he's seen us before.
And the first time he went in was claiming you stole his dog?
No, the first time he showed up at our house and cornered my wife.
Oh, so he's saying that you guys stole the dog at the house?
Yeah.
Okay.
What the f*** I steal a dog for?
Is your wife inside?
Yeah, she is. I specifically asked for you, a suit, to talk to her.
Neil kept directing the cops to talk to his wife as if she had a better version of the story or could tell it more convincingly. But still, the cops didn't suspect Neil. I guess they figured a fellow cop would act straight. They didn't realize they were just seeing the tip of the iceberg.
Okay, I'll go talk to her. You doing okay?
Hey, guys,
what's going on?
I'm not locking you in to be deceptive. I don't need the public coming in during this.
Okay.
I'm going to shut the door.
What's going on?
This guy showed up at my house a couple days ago.
Okay.
We had customers in here, and he was yelling and screaming and carrying on. He was told to leave the premises no less than 3 times.
Okay.
You are trespassing legal property. You're trespassing legal property. You need to leave now. And it's, oh, well, we're recording. You're going to hear from our lawyer.
Neil's wife jumped right in with the same story as Neil, totally ignoring what the cops were asking her. She started by saying that the neighbor was so aggressive that she got scared, even though she's not usually the type to scare easy. Doesn't it seem like Neil and his wife rehearsed their story like a song?
He would not leave the premises.
Okay.
Even though he was repeatedly told to.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the second incident in 2 days, and he scares me.
Yeah.
I'm not the type to get easily shook up, but this is the second time in 2 days he's showed up and been this way.
Okay.
And I don't know what to do.
Do you have any clue on what the heck he's talking about?
He's claiming that his dog is lost and that the GPS tracking collar showed him at our house.
Okay.
We live in a huge subdivision.
Right.
Are you guys familiar with Camelot?
Mm-hmm.
My thought on this, we have called animal control, Redoso Animal Control, between 3 and 5 times. You guys check the call log to get the number, but we've specifically called because we have these stray dogs, runaway dogs.
Neil and his wife probably thought they were pretty convincing, thinking they could smooth everything over. His wife even threw in some fake tears, as if they had hoped the cops wouldn't catch on. Let's hear what else they told the cops and how they tried to prove they were innocent.
Killed almost all of our chickens.
Okay.
So animal control has come out a handful of times. The last time they came out, it was a chocolate lab.
Okay.
And the animal control guy, the officer that came Thursday said he was going to look into it further in the reports. Animal control filed a report, then filed charges on the owner.
Okay.
So
was it this guy?
We don't know.
Okay.
We have no idea if it's even him, but a chocolate lab in the same neighborhood, I'm going to put 2 and 2 together, it might be him.
Is that what he's saying? It's a chocolate lab?
Yes.
Okay.
So his dog is out, lost, meandering, whatever this dog is doing. He claims that he saw me driving in my neighborhood. That's exactly where I should be driving.
Mm-hmm.
I live there. animal control, when they filed charges.
But the worst part is that Neil and his wife, trying to shift the blame, kept ignoring the cops when they mentioned the neighbor had a GPS to prove the dog was at their house. If that seems weird and obvious to you as it does to me, trust me, the cops got onto it a long time ago.
It was a like a Class C misdemeanor, like something small, like a ticket. And this person was going to have to go to municipal court and pay this fine. And we were like, whatever, like, I mean, I don't care. It's just, I need documentation that this dog is killing my chickens so that we could try to get retribution, payment, whatever. And ends up, that isn't going to happen, not in New Mexico.
Okay.
We were basically told that the chickens getting killed wasn't worth any type of, someone filing a fine or complaint. So it was essentially whatever animal control was willing to do is all that was going to happen. So we just kept calling animal control. Cool. I mean, that's what.
Honestly, Neil's story gets worse by the minute. Oddly, he said they took care of the same dog 6 months ago and even called vets and animal services when it disappeared. You don't think that's weird? Remember he claimed just a few minutes earlier he didn't know the neighbor and that the guy had moved in recently?
Therefore, that's their job. No big deal. So the animal control guy said that he made a report. Hopefully you can find it. But he said, hey, I know where the dog lives. It's fine. If I find it, I'll be taking it to the pound. They can pay the fee to pick it up at the pound.
Okay.
Cool. That's the last time we've ever seen a chocolate lab, is when it was in our yard and it ran off with a chicken.
Okay.
We didn't do anything to it. We didn't hurt it. We literally did what you're supposed to do and called animal control.
Okay.
This was a long time
How
ago.
is this
This
even?
was 6 or 8 months ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This was not like
This is
last
like
week.
in the springtime.
Okay.
So now this dude that we don't know who he is
I've never seen him
comes to
before. He
our
showed up at my
house, threatens my wife, and gets all hostile with her when she's alone with my kid and I'm not even there. I was here working. All right. Tells her that we're going to do.
It looks like Neil realized the cops weren't buying his story, so he quickly switched back to blaming his neighbor. This time he added even more details about the neighbor's aggression, including threats to his wife and kids. Neil got so carried away that it seemed like he wouldn't stop.
The easy way or the hard way, and your husband better come up with my dog, blah, blah, blah. And she's like...
And that was last night?
2 nights ago.
2 nights ago, okay.
And we
So
have a report filed with PD.
Okay.
So she's kind of in like, what just happened mode, grabs the kid, my kid, gets in the truck, comes here, comes inside, and I'm like, that's weird, like, what's she doing here? Like, she's supposed to be at home. She doesn't say anything until all of our customers are gone. Okay, what's the matter, babe? What's going on? She breaks down worse than this. She's crying. Some dude corners her at my house. So I'm all upset because at home it's a lot different set of rules than in your store and you have a public image. And she's like, yeah, this guy and all this stuff. She's telling me all the details that we have shared with you. I'm back there stripping off a base for an optic to put on a gun for a guy who's going to be here in an hour.
Honestly, props to the cops for being so patient. I couldn't even handle listening to 5 minutes of someone going on about stuff the cops didn't even ask. It was clear Neil's only plan was to play the victim and blame the neighbor. Sadly, that was his main way out of the situation he got himself into. Sometimes just saying sorry can do the trick. You'd agree?
This dude comes in and I can hear him because he's being loud as f***, talking about how he wants her husband right now and I want to know where my dog's at, blah, blah, blah. And I put my tools down and I walk out and I look around the corner and this dude's standing there all smug and being loud in front of at least 3, maybe more customers. So now all these people are freaked out and they're like, making it for the door. And who the f*** does this? Like, this is the second time in a row. We have nothing to do with this guy's dog. Oh, well, why don't you come outside and talk to me and we'll handle this. Like, what?
Right.
So the options of me going outside is I place him under arrest.
Neil shifted gears and threw out yet another accusation against his neighbor. Now he was telling the cops about a time his neighbor had shown up at the office after threatening his wife. Neil tried to play it cool, even using some reverse psychology. He told the cops they were welcome to search his entire house because he claimed he wasn't hiding anything.
I kill him or he shuts up and leaves.
No.
Like, that's just standard use of force. I'm not going to fight that guy. I just got over COVID. I'm a cop too. I have explicit instructions from my management that this type of going on, I have to give this to you because they deem this a local PD issue. If I get involved, then the FBI is going to start showing up. And I hate the FBI passionately. So this guy is crazy. We don't have his dog. I will take all 3 of you to my house. I will give you an unlimited search and seizure, and you can do anything you want to look for this dog. This is my dog. Y'all can look at him. Ram, Coleman, Sean's all set.
Did you catch how aggressively Neil told the cops to go ahead and search his house? I don't know about you, but to me it seems like a classic case of reverse psychology. Neil was probably hoping the cops would think he must be innocent just because he was so open about letting them search his place.
That's my dog.
Okay.
That's mine, that's hers. I guess he kind of looks brown, I don't know, but he doesn't look like a lab, he's a cane corso. Do you guys want to go to my house? I will unlock everything and let you do anything you want in my house.
Let me talk with this officer real quick, and then go talk with him as well, and see. I'll try and pull some records to see whatever happened with animal control, and hopefully we can answer some questions for
this guy's
him.
Dog.
I don't think you
she
do.
has. There's some. There's a Facebook group, and it's like Lincoln County Lost Pets. Search it. She's found more people's dogs and gotten them back home. What the f would I kidnap a dog for?
Let me go talk to him, and we'll see what I could figure out. Okay?
Yeah, go for it. I'll leave the door unlocked.
But the cops weren't fooled by such a simple trick. You can imagine Neil was pretty shocked that his authority meant nothing to him. Despite his insistence that they search his house, the cops decided to keep things professional. They thought it was time to talk to the neighbor whose dog went missing, maybe even kidnapped.
Okay.
When you guys are out there.
Can we just figure it out as easy as possible?
Okay.
And they're saying that he was confrontational.
Okay, and they have the video?
The audio.
Audio of it? Okay.
Please don't. Please don't. Not really.
We were shocked to see that they were business owners and they're doing this type of stuff, so. Yeah. Well, we don't have it. I think he did some research, so.
All right, guys. Have you guys, number one, let's talk about the dog real quick. Have you guys checked the pound or anything?
Yeah, we've been checking everywhere.
And it's not showing up
and
there.
It's posted all over Facebook, shared
Okay.
tons of times.
Okay.
Like I was telling Officer Rodella.
A guy whose dog went missing laid out his case to the cops, and everything he said made a lot of sense. Looks like Neil and his wife might be in hot water. Just listen to what the neighbor had to say and see if it adds up. If you ask me, the GPS evidence he brought, complete with photos, totally overshadows anything Neil has said.
I have pictures. My dog had a GPS tracker.
A collar?
A collar. It was at his house. At the time, I didn't know that it was
We didn't
his
know.
house.
We didn't even know they existed before all of this.
Okay.
So when I was looking for my dog, I was going up Warwick on Camelot.
Okay.
And I was tracking the collar, and it said that it was coming my way, my direction. So I'm looking at the phone. I'm looking up as I'm driving, and then all of a sudden there's this car hauling ass right there at that 90. So I looked up, I looked down, and by the time he passed me, I looked on my phone, and the caller passed me. I was like, oh, my dog is in that car.
Okay.
By the time I turned around, he was gone.
Okay.
So I was following the tracker, and then it said that it was at the travel center.
Okay.
So I took off over there. I was looking for the dog, couldn't find him. I stayed there for like an hour and a half. It got dark, and I turned on the light, the sound. I was able to find it underneath some flower bed.
Okay.
And it was like hidden, like
someone put it under there.
It was placed there.
Okay.
So I got it. We did the report. We called we even went to the security
at
the travel center, they told us that we needed to call a VIA.
After hearing everything the neighbor had to say, there wasn't much left to add because it all seemed pretty clear already. But one thing did puzzle the cops. Why would anyone kidnap a dog, especially one that belongs to their neighbor? But more on that later. Going back to our story, you'll see the neighbors describe their visit to Neil's wife in a different way than Neil and his wife did.
Which we did. And then they told us that we needed to call
Redosa.
Okay. Which we did, so we can see the videos, because there's 3 cameras right there.
Okay.
Anyways, Officer Wall told us that you might want to check with your neighbors and see if they have cameras.
Okay.
Which I did, and one of my neighbors had a camera.
Okay.
That's when I found out that it was this guy, because that's her car, his car too. Well, the wife.
Yeah.
The 4Runner, and my neighbor sent me pictures of that car passing.
And it coincides at the same time.
At the same time with the tracker.
Is passing by.
Okay.
So I have pictures of him
We
him
wouldn't
driving.
be here if we didn't
Exactly.
know for a fact.
Right.
I have pictures of the tracker when my dog was at his house, and I have pictures of when I think he went up on Warwick, turned around, and hauled ass to the travel center.
Okay.
So we didn't say anything until Wednesday. Was it Wednesday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went and talked to his wife. No, I think it was Thursday.
It was Wednesday. It was Wednesday. And
Wednesday,
then Thursday
okay.
they didn't.
Of course, the neighbor described his visit to Neil's wife as just a normal check-in where he wanted to explain the situation. He mentioned that it was actually her who asked for his phone number. Now, a lot of things don't seem to add up. If you're wondering who to believe, trust me, you'll figure it out pretty quickly.
Yes. So I went and talked to his wife, and as soon as she heard about, we asked her, "Hey, have you seen a brown lab around?" "No, I haven't. We saw Russell, I don't know, a little dog."
Okay.
I was like, "Okay, so do you know where my dog is?" She's like, "No, I don't know what you're talking about." I was like, "Okay, well, I have pictures, I have proof that your husband took my dog. My dog was here Monday." So right there, she got mad.
Okay.
She started giving us attitude, and
She just got very defensive.
yeah.
Okay.
So I was like, "Okay, ma'am, okay, that's fine. I just want to talk to your husband, okay? I want to do this the easiest way. Just give me my dog back, and that's it, you know?" She's like, "Well, you're gonna have to talk to him." I was like, "Okay." She asked me for my number, which I gave her my phone number, and then my daughter, as she asked her too, "Hey, can we have your phone number as well?" She looked at my daughter and she's like, "No, you already know where we live. What do you want my phone number for?" But she was mad.
Okay.
So right there, I told my daughter, "Let's just leave." I told her, "Have your husband call me." "I will." Okay. That was Wednesday. No call. Thursday, no call. Friday, no call.
For instance, the neighbor said it was Neil's wife who got aggressive. He also mentioned that he brought his daughter with him when he visited their house, something Neil and his wife never brought up when they went into detail about his supposed aggression. But that's not all. They also talked about a visit to his store, which Neil had also painted as overly aggressive.
So today, I came in here to talk to him.
Waited till all the customers were out of the store.
Yeah, that was. I've been here for. We waited for
Maybe,
30 minutes, 40 minutes.
Okay.
Waiting for everybody to leave.
In the parking lot?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Just
Just
out front.
because they had customers.
Okay.
So when they were by themselves, I walked in, and I told the wife, "Hey, I'm here again for my dog." She wanted and got him at. He was at the office, I guess, in the back. Right away, he came out and he's like, "You need to leave. You're trespassing." I was like, "Hold on. I'm here to talk to you about my dog." "No, you need to leave. I'm gonna put you under arrest." I'm like, "For what?" "I'm just here because I want my dog. I know you have it. I have proof. I have pictures. I just want my dog.
Right.
I want to do this the easiest way. You want to do the hard way? Let's go." He's like, "Go. You need to leave now." So that's by the time I was already at the door. So I just told him, "Hey, then you want to go the hard way? You'll be hearing from my lawyer."
Okay.
Because, well, I didn't, like, I know where I'm walking in. That's the
If you were paying attention, you might have caught the cops giving a wry laugh when Neil's neighbor told them that Neil had threatened to arrest him before he even asked why he was there, suggesting Neil already knew the reason for the visit. Pretty strange, right? Things took a turn though when the neighbor told the cops he had audio recording of their conversation from that day.
After we knew it was him, I didn't want to go to his house at night.
Yeah.
Especially not at night.
Yeah.
Because he's always carrying a gun. I don't carry a gun. I don't like guns.
Okay.
So
And from what it seems like on his social media, he's a violent person as well. So that's exactly why we avoided going to his house, like my dad said, in the night. And
that's why it was my idea to come here and talk to him.
Okay. My understanding is you guys have audio.
yes, I do.
Do you mind if I listen to it? Is that of today?
Yeah,
Yes.
right now. It's right now before we walked in.
Okay.
Good.
I can help you.
It's me again. What about my dog? Is your husband here?
I told you things would clear up fast and the truth would come out. The cops couldn't believe their ears. Everything Neil had said was turning out to be a lie. Now it was more obvious than ever he was hiding something from them.
Hey, how are you? Hey, how you doing?
Not bad. You're trespassing. You need to leave now.
Well, I need to talk to you.
No, you're going to leave the store now.
Okay, I will. I'm just here to let you know that I have proof that you took my dog. Okay? Pictures and everything. You'll be hearing from my lawyer.
Oh, we have.
You want to give me my dog back? You'll be hearing from my lawyer.
You will be hearing from our lawyer. Thank you.
I have pictures of you, the GPS tracker. My dog was at your house. I have proof. I wanted to do this the easiest way. You don't want to? That's fine. All I'm asking is for you to give me my dog back. If you don't want to do that, let's go the hard way. It's up to you. You tell me what you want me to do.
You can leave or I'm going to place you under arrest.
Under arrest for what? It's a store. So
After hearing enough from the video, the cop started talking more casually with Neil's neighbors because they finally got who the real victim was. The cop told the neighbor that the audio recording changed everything, and he would try to get Neil to hand over the recording so he could hear it for himself. What do you think? How did that go?
And I think this says a whole lot, but he does have video in there. I'm going to ask if I can see the video, just to kind of see
Did he say that was violent or something?
Yeah, exactly. What to say? What?
Did he say that I was violent?
Yeah, he said that you were not violent necessarily, but he did claim that you guys were, or not necessarily you guys, but that you were being aggressive towards him and stuff like that. I think the video,
we'll see it.
or the audio, right in and of itself, kind of disproves that. But I want to see the video as well, just so I can say that I saw that.
Just tell him to give us our dog back. But I think he did something to him.
Okay. Now, as far as I just want to make sure I understand. You were tracking the dog, and it was coming your way, and it passed you. This vehicle left, or passed by you, right? And then you said that your neighbor had a video of this particular car.
Yeah.
Yes.
And have all the pictures, all the still pictures.
So
The neighbor shared more shocking details about how he linked his dog's disappearance to Neil, so pay close attention if you haven't caught up yet. He also threw in some new information that made the story even murkier, like how someone took the dog's GPS collar off.
that's a 534. That's their house right there.
Okay.
So my dog was coming this way at 534, 536. So at 544, this is their road right here.
Okay.
So I think he drive up. I'm pretty sure he did with the dog or the collar, and change his mind, turn around, and this 90 right here, that's when he passed me.
Okay.
So he came down Cambridge. You can look at the time, 5:44.
Okay.
My neighbor's house is this one right here.
Okay.
Right here. So 5:44. Let me show you a picture of.
Do you think Neil ditched it after realizing the dog had a GPS collar? While we wait to crack the mystery, let's hear more from Neil's neighbor. This time it's about two cars. He showed pictures of the vehicles and packed up the timing with the photos from other neighbors. He pointed out the time difference between when he passed by and when the suspect vehicle did, showing they had the same route just minutes apart.
That's it. Oops, that's not it. That's 5:45. That's him. And that's me behind him. But he was like 3 minutes.
So he wasn't in. He was in this.
In that one right there.
Okay. And do you have the time that's stamped on this?
Yeah. 5:45.
Okay.
And that's what I'm saying. 5:44. He was coming. He was driving down with the caller down.
And that's Cambridge Way.
Yes.
Okay.
So he went. That's Highway 70. He went all the way to the travel center. That's right there.
Okay.
And that's where he placed that. He drove around where the semis park. He drove like, I guess he pulled in and just did a circle, whatever. And then he placed that GPS collar underneath that flower bed.
Okay. Can I see the pictures again of the two vehicles, of your vehicle and his vehicle?
That's his.
Okay. Can I zoom in on it? Okay. And then let me see the one of you shortly after. Okay.
And you can see
the story the neighbor told really added up. He shared such specific details that you could tell he wasn't making it up, and he was clearly just trying to get the cops to help him find his dog. On the other hand, Neil's story didn't make much sense at all or connect the dots, which definitely made the cops more suspicious of him. Plus, thanks to the neighbors who were also looking for the dog, there was more than enough evidence for the cops to keep digging into Neil's actions.
The time. Is that 5:45?
So they text you this, right?
Yes.
They text you that this is the timestamp. So 5:48 and then 5:45.
Yeah, I was there at 5:48.
So you were 3 minutes behind.
Yeah. By the time I turn around, because like I said, Warwick is it's too.
It's a narrow road.
Narrow road.
Okay.
And there was a car behind me, so I stopped and she wouldn't go. So I went around her and turned around, came down. I came down on Cambridge because I was following my tracker.
Okay.
So he passed first, and then I was right behind him.
Yeah.
When we got to the stop sign on Lancashire and Highway 70,
yep.
I thought my daughter, the little one, she's like, maybe they took it to the pound. We cruised over there. We didn't see any cars, and then I looked on my tracker again, and it says that it was at the travel center.
Okay.
By the time I got there, like no one was there.
Okay. I can obviously. So you said Officer Wall was the one that you guys reported stuff to.
Yeah, he's the one that.
So the biggest piece. I mean, that's good evidence that you have right now as far as their vehicle. What I would need to be able to hone that in a little bit more is a license plate, which I don't necessarily think we're going to have right now. But the biggest thing that we can have is going to be the video from the travel center.
Yeah. But like I said,
so I will.
The cops recognized how important the video and collected evidence were, and they started planning their next move. They decided to talk to Neil once again, this time asking him about security footage from his shop's cameras. Neil tried to dodge the question by saying they didn't have cameras at his house, even the cops specifically were asking about his shop.
We don't have cameras at the house. That's why it's.
And then I will say this: they did do audio recording in here. Although obviously I can hear you guys arguing, and you telling him to get out.
Really criminal though.
Well, not only that, but it doesn't seem like he's extremely agitated, anything like that.
Let's see if she has the footage.
Okay. Yeah.
So that you could take a peek
Watch
at
it. Yeah, absolutely.
Honey.
Well, I didn't realize the vehicle at the time until I saw the video. It's really
I know it's not going to change.
They thought it was a silver car.
Oh.
Okay. And they have video.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they
okay.
I know it's not going to change a whole lot for you. I know you're not just going to watch this and walk out and do anything, but you guys want to see the video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was obvious Neil knew what the cops were after and was just trying to buy time. Just check out the looks on Neil and his wife's faces when the cops insisted on seeing the footage anyway. Instead of letting the cops look for themselves, Neil and his wife showed them what they wanted to see, which only made the cops more suspicious.
How do we work this?
You probably want to pull the TV down, but I had it set at 52, and you can see the female walking back and forth in front of the store here, starting at like 53 something.
Okay, so we'll all just watch it, but No, I'm all the mucus drainage. This is probably the best angle, but we set this up so that if people come in and do like a smash and grab type thing,
Right, you
we
might-
can see the faces.
Okay.
This one is angled at the majority of the display, and then this one just catches a long image, so...
Just look how uncomfortable Neil and his wife were while watching the footage with the cops. They should probably have been more honest from the start instead of lying. Neil was getting more and more nervous by the second, which really made it seem like he had a reason to be.
Our door's this way, and then she stops behind the pillar and mills around.
The situation became so tense and uncomfortable that the cops decided to remain silent, simply observing as Neil and his wife started talking among themselves. It appeared as though they were preemptively trying to justify their actions, possibly in an attempt to lessen the impact of whatever the cops were on the verge of discovering.
A little bit.
Is there... Can we try fast forwarding a little bit? These guys wanted to leave soon.
Do you want me to leave it and fast forward or pause it right here?
Just whenever they come in, let's hit play then. How about that? Because I'm
That's
still
her.
out. I'm still out here working
That's
on the
her.
gun.
She walked by that way, she milled around, she walked by that way, and here they come. I didn't recognize
Is there
them.
audio?
There's not.
Okay.
No, it's like an extra, literally like $1,500.
Okay.
I can't spring for audio, man.
Yeah. No, I get that.
It's, you guys probably heard very accurate audio. It's more him, me telling him to leave, him not leaving.
The cops got a search warrant for Schwartz's house, and during the search, they found enough evidence to charge him with kidnapping the dog. Just before they arrested Neil, they had already gone over the situation and talked about his case. The big moment came when they got the official go-ahead to charge him with messing with evidence and theft. Can you believe it? If you thought this video was crazy, wait till you see this next one.